So I'm probably gonna make two videos today. So if you see me with the same UTSA, which is kind of ironic because I didn't even finish high school. But anyways, if you see me with the same hoodie in two videos, it's because I shot the original video I wanted to make when I was driving here again, but then I made this video too. And if you guys are interested in more like business oriented videos about like what I do and like my whole process with it, you can definitely make those. Drop a comment below if you guys want to see that. And before I start this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Helps me out a lot, helps my channel grow, helps me put out more content for you guys. And if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Let's dive into this video. So this video is just going to be about like a recap of like my whole experience last year in 2017 and kind of my like regrets or things I wish I did differently, which there's a good amount because I was looking through just everything, like my businesses, my YouTube channel, and just seeing what I did wrong and what I could have done better. And looking back now, I'm like, damn, like why did I waste so much time? So I kind of wanted to put a little bit of value out to you guys so you guys don't make the same mistakes as me. So the first thing is not taking action. Yes, this is a broad term and a lot of people use it, but like until I started doing it, I was like, okay, this makes sense now. So New Year's Eve was when I was like, 2018, I'm not doing this. 2017 was a really, really bad year for me. And when I hit 2018, I know it's cliche, but I'm like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go hard. So taking action, if you're starting a YouTube channel, I mean, the past 2 weeks that I've uploaded, my channel has grown, view count anyways, over the past week has been up 30%. And that's just because I've been putting out videos and I haven't been putting all this time into making these crazy cinematic, like, boom montages, you know, like I haven't been putting a crazy amount of time into these like lifestyle videos because that's not my audience. And that's another thing with YouTube. If you're starting a YouTube channel, you got to know your audience. And going through my analytics, I'm like, okay, these people want to see car videos. They don't want to see videos of me on a rooftop. Now you can incorporate both and you can kind of make it, you know, incorporate aspects of your life into the video, but you want to stick to what is going to grow your channel and what people want to see. Because at the end of the day, your YouTube channel, you know, your subscriber base is a market and you want to give the market what they want. You know, if GoPro starts selling shoes, I don't know how many people are going to buy shoes. Not taking action, I mean, even in a business standpoint, for me last year I had a couple different ventures. Some work, some I'm still working on, and some I don't do anymore. But taking action is the biggest thing when it comes to business. Start and figure it out as you go. Don't think you need to have everything perfected and you need to know every nitty-gritty detail about whatever business you're trying to get into or a client you're trying to land, whatever. Do the best you can, you know, cast your net and just go. Like full steam ahead, tunnel vision, just go. For me, it helps if I have a tangible goal. So obviously, I wasn't gonna reveal this, but I already revealed it in 2 other videos. So my goal for this year is to buy an R35 GTR. That's my goal. Yes, it's a material goal, but for me, it's something that's attainable and tangible, and it's an actual object. So for me, I just say, okay, that's what I want. Here's the numbers I need to crunch to make that happen. And also, it is an asset to the YouTube channel, which does make me money. Not a lot right now. It's literally, I'm just doing this because I enjoy it. The month check is not even enough for me to live off of for a day. So we'll put it that way. But it's an asset to the YouTube channel, which in turn grows other things, opens up different doors, etc. It's all kind of a domino effect when it comes to business. But you have to take action. I know so many people, friends of mine, people that I see on social media that are like, oh, I want to do this. But you just got to go do it and try it. And if you fail, you fail. I had business ventures last year that failed. I have business ventures this year that aren't doing so great. But the thing is that no matter what, you always take something away from that and you learn from it and then you apply that to the next thing you want to do and then you don't run into that same problem again. The second thing I learned is you are who you hang out with. And that's kind of cutthroat, but it's true. There's somebody, I think it was a Tory Lanez music video, but I'm sure some sort of psychologist or philosopher said it. But you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And it's so true. People from my high school that are, you know, on drugs or getting whatever negative stereotype you have, it's because they hang out with people that are doing that kind of stuff. But people that are successful and people that are making stuff happen, even on a level of just they're trying, that rubs off on you, and in return you're going to want to try. So if you hang out with successful people or people that are trying to be successful, you're going to try and be successful or be successful. So for me personally, I try to hang out with people that are older than myself that I can learn from, that can kind of act as like a mentor role for me, and it's helped me a lot. It's really gained me a lot of insight, to how business works and how human psychology works in business and sales and just general life experiences. Like I always try and take advice from the old heads because they have wisdom that I don't have. I'm only 20, so I can't act like I know it all, but they've, been through life and they've done it. So it's always good to soak up advice from older people. The third thing I learned in 2017 is that the grass is not greener on the other side. I'm sure if you've been a subscriber of mine for a while that you've heard me talk about wanting to move to Chicago. I might have even said I've wanted to move to Los Angeles before. For me, that was always escaping from a problem that didn't really exist but was more in myself. Like living in San Antonio, as I've grown up, I never liked it here. When I first moved here from Chicago, I hated this city. All the way probably up until high school, until I went to online school and started just branching out a little bit more. I never liked this city. I was not a fan of it. I wanted to move back to Chicago. I was like, this place sucks, blah, 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 whatever. But the grass isn't greener on the other side. I have friends in Miami, Toronto, Chicago, Atlanta, New York. Did I say Atlanta twice? Los Angeles, San Diego, Seattle, and they all say the same thing. I hate Toronto. I hate Dallas. I hate Houston. I hate Miami, Chicago, whatever. If you grew up somewhere, the odds are you're not really going to like it. At the same time, I've had people that have come here from Chicago or DC, and they're like, yeah, I really like San Antonio. San Antonio is a cool city. To me, it's just like, whatever. I know the city like the back of my hand, but the grass isn't greener on the other side. You got to make do with what you have. And if your goal is to move to New York because you want to get into modeling or whatever you want to do, if you want to move somewhere to get into something, set that as a goal, but just know that it's not going to be better. Now, if you live in Laredo, Texas, no offense to anybody that lives in Laredo that watches my videos, I can see that. But if you live in a city that's, 1, 2, 3 million people, that's just kind of like one of the middle tier cities, there's opportunity there. The opportunities in San Antonio for me to be a big fish in a small pond is huge, and that's one of the things that's kept me here, minus the cost of living, no state income tax, and I'm not going to go crazy and all that business stuff, but just things about living in Texas and really San Antonio in specific that have kept me here instead of going to LA and being another, face in a sea of people that are trying to make it. So that was one thing that I learned, is that the grass is not greener on the other side. There's always options. You can live somewhere cheap and travel. I was doing the math the other day, and if I lease an apartment here, a nice apartment, like a luxury apartment, and I flew to LA every weekend and got an Airbnb, it would be cheaper for me to live here and do that than it would be for me to actually move there and get an apartment with the similar specs and whatever. So that was something that was interesting. Living somewhere, I've lived in Chicago, I've lived in Austin, 2 expensive cities, and it just becomes the same after a while. You get used to it. So that was one of the biggest things I learned last year, is that the grass is not greener on the other side. You got to make things happen for yourself. We have the internet. If you're watching this, you have the internet, whether it's on your phone or on your laptop. You have the internet, and you have some sort of skill that you can market. And that's really something that I'm passionate about, is showing people that you have something to offer the world, whatever it is, whatever you're passionate about, and you can make money off it. Maybe you won't make a full-time career off it, but you can make money to supplement other things that you want to do, but you've got to take action. You've got to just go do it. You've got to make things happen for yourself, and if you don't do it and you just sit around and talk with your friends about how you're going to do stuff, you're not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. Stuff doesn't show up at your doorstep. You've got to go out there and make it happen. Fourth thing, just for good measure, is relationships. So I spent a lot of time last year chasing girls and, doing stuff that 20-year-old guys do. But from what I've learned, and this might be subjective, but, if you go to the club, you're not going to find girlfriend material there. There might be that one girl that gets dragged out, by her friends, that goes to the club or the bar one night, and, she just happens to be there. But a lot of guys that I know go out to these places to try and meet girls, and they spend all their time chasing girls. And honestly, that was me last year, and even, I kind of stopped that Christmas break of last year. But I've noticed that ever since I stopped chasing after a certain type of girl and kind of just focusing on relationships that I can build, things started to get a little bit better, and I had more time to do things that I wanted to do. So don't chase girls. They're always going to be there, but I feel like I can say this because I looked at my demographics and my audience is like 93% men. So I feel like I can say this. No offense to the girls that watch this. I know there's probably very few of you, but vice versa too. If you're a girl that's trying to get it, don't go chasing guys, because most of the guys are on some bullshit too. But if you really feel like you're on a different level mentally than other people your age, then go chase your goals, chase your dreams, your ambitions, whatever, and the right person will come along. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not a dating guru by any stretch of the means, but when you start to clean up your circle and be around people that are like-minded, you'll eventually find something or somebody. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. If you're interested in more business stuff, I'm more than happy to make videos about my process on, you know, making money online, just the businesses that I run, going into the details. There's a ton of gurus out there that have channels dedicated to that stuff, but if you're interested, I can kind of document my journey along that and incorporate that with the car videos. But like I said, I'm trying to make this a car channel because that's what the people want to see. People want to see videos of my BRZ and other things. But that's definitely something that I can do if you guys want it, so let me know down in the comments if that's something you guys want to see. But that's about it for this video. Until next time, which will probably be either the same day or the next day with the video that I was intending on making today, I will catch y'all next time. Peace.